Hello, good morning. By popular request, we're here with another Mor Acro World News. I'm based in Chicago right now. Before, I was broadcasting from Morocco, telling you a lot of the news from there as I was there in that world. And today, we're going to start with the more local focus here in Chicago, beginning with a little bit of updates from the channel. We had a lot of food this week, some Chicago taste, hot dogs, pizza, Chinatown, and I hope you guys enjoyed those videos, getting a little feel for American life here. What does Chicago look like? What does my family look like? You might have met my mom in some of these videos, so I hope you have been enjoying that. Welcome El Mehdi, welcome Yamna, salam alaikum, bonjour, spa laher. And we're just going to start in this area, Chicago, and break out into the world a little bit. First, I want to share a quote that I really liked from a friend of mine, Moroccan scholar. There was a post, and it says, "Maybe if we drop off the rigid definitions we give ourselves and the stubborn identities we stick to ourselves, we could see ourselves as living beings, sharing this planet rather than belongers to a certain race, nationality, religion, ethnicity, or cause." And it ends with a quote, ideology is not your friend. It goes back to old Terence McKennaism, culture is not your friend. It kind of divides us, it alienates us, and it causes a lot of conflict. So I'm wearing my Acroyoga shirt today, teach peace, and I hope that's a message that we're able to communicate today, to have this peace. Starting in Chicago, I promised you that I have our local newspaper here, Daily Herald, and lots of things going on there. First, Andrea's been watching the nightly news, 9 p.m. WGN, and we see a lot of the same story. It's violence in Chicago, another person shot. It's like a recipe for the news every day. We don't want to talk about that too much. Let's keep it positive, right? That's why our videos this week in Chicago are showing some of the nicer sides. You know, we felt safe when we were there, and it's not all doom and gloom. One issue in Chicago right now, though, is the press. My aunt is a journalist. She was involved in some protests recently. She works with the Chicago Tribune, which is a local paper, and it's looking to get bought out. There's a hedge fund company in New York that wants to buy them, and if this was the case, it might be the end of the local newspaper. So we're trying our best to reserve that and keep freedom of press going. It's an important thing in the USA to have these different opinions and different communication alleys for this. So with the Tribune, hang in there. We're doing our best to keep the people connected, right? Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, that is also on the agenda today. She celebrated 2 years in office. She is the first black female openly gay mayor in Chicago. And to celebrate or commemorate her 2 years in office, she had requested to only meet with black or brown journalists. So this was an aim to diversify, I guess, the landscape, because a lot of the reporters would be male and white. It has nothing to do with male or female, though, but some would say this could be racist. It's kind of discriminatory. It's kind of a affirmative action step. And others say it's just a distraction from the real problems in Chicago right now that are going on. So gets people to talk, gets people to get distracted a little bit. So that's up for discussion, up for controversy there. I don't think it's really fair. That's my personal opinion, but what you gonna do? I'm not a journalist. I'm not asking her any questions, but I think it's a little funny, a little fishy. So going on with our title, what else we got in here? Oh no, I lost my title. I don't have it here. Andrea, what's next in the title?
Lori Lightfoot, Palestine and Israel peace.
Yeah, okay. We had Lori Lightfoot. Another thing going on is cryptocurrency, big crash. When we finally got to America, we hopped on that cryptocurrency train. I bought some Ethereum, some Bitcoin, some Bitcoin Cash, and some Litecoin. And this did not end up well. Sadly, Andrea even put some money in there, and she literally bought it $10 from the peak of Ethereum. It was at 4,169 when she bought it, and I believe the peak was 4,179. And that's all crashed due to several factors. China saying they're not going to accept cryptocurrency, Elon Musk tweeting, and things have really gone downhill for there. We're holding on. It's crazy how much it fluctuates. I try and not watch it too much, but I'm always curious, and we're down right now, almost half. James Barcelona says it'll be 50K in 5 years. I don't know if that's the Bitcoin or the Ethereum, so we're going to hold now. We're not abandoning ship quite yet, but we bought it completely the wrong time. It was about May 10th. It was after the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. I immediately went and bought some cryptocurrency after that. My friend said I'd been activated into the new digital realm. But yeah, we're going to hold on to it. James Barcelona says Ethereum, 50K in 5 years. We'll see. I still don't completely understand how it's actually useful, what it actually is, but I got on the hype train, and I didn't want to have that fear of missing out on whatever that's going. But now I kind of regret it a little bit. But what are we going to do? Big news from around the world. We have a truce in Israel and Palestine. This is good news. There's been too many deaths going on there, too much destruction, and I'm very happy to see that going on. It's a complicated issue that's been going on before I was born. Of course, I do not have the answer to that, but it's better to open a dialogue and communicate rather than throwing rockets and missiles at each other and destroying buildings and killing children, civilians, even soldiers. I mean, it's good to have these talks, right? Take a breather. Let's see what's going on and hope for the best. It's really, really terrible situation what's going on right there. People want me to talk about this, but I really don't feel comfortable because I don't know enough about it. I've never been there. I've never really talked to an Israeli. I've never talked to a Palestinian. So right now I'm just hoping for peace and communication. You can't communicate with bullets and rockets and with your ears covered, right? We need to have this communication. It's one of the tenets of Acroyoga is communication, listening, and asking for what you need, being heard, and having these discussions. And it's not done with violence ever. So we need to really take a break, and I'm happy to see that there is a pause, and I hope to see dialogues continue. Hopefully mediated by a third party often helps, to get a third person or party in there to mediate really helps to balance things and to encourage others to listen. Of course, I've put myself in this situation with personal conflicts in the past of friends, and it's hard, you want the people to get along, and then someone does something and it ruins everything for the situation. So that's my personal experience with mediation. But I think in time, everything is healed, and most important thing is communication, listening, and fairness, justice. So finding those scales of balance, right? Another thing in the news this past week was a mass exodus from Morocco to Ceuta, and this has been condemned. Spain's response to this. I was just reading an article today. Human rights organizations were worried about the militarization of the response by Spain. They said it's like 4,000 people booked in very little time. They all got sent back to Morocco, but included in the swimming was children, and they're all hoping to get to the EU for a better life. Sometimes we got to look at where we are and find our best situation there instead of I talk about taking big risks and everything, but also education, self-development. I hate to see people putting themselves or children in danger for, I don't know, a roll of the dice, or I don't know. It's a tough situation, right? We're not gonna get into all of that today about the history there and Spain's presence in Africa, and it's complicated, right? We got our own border situation here at the USA, and in the future it'll be interesting to see what these borders become, right? Can we find peace where we're at? That's really what all this comes down to, is these divisions that we create and puzzle pieces we divide, and we want everyone to have an opportunity, right? And our tenet in Acroyoga is to be for everybody, right? It's for everybody. It's not just athletic people or young people. We want everyone to have a shot at greatness for themselves, whatever that is for their circumstances. You know, we can't all have the same. In Acroyoga, as a metaphor, we can't all be doing handstands on someone's head as acrobats, but we could all be having fun, empowering others, staying safe, respecting others, communicating, and having this peaceful coexistence, this harmony, and having a society where everyone picks each other up instead of pushing each other down, like the old crabs in a bucket analogy. People don't like to see other people succeeding, so they try and take them down. We get this in the comment section a lot. You know, we've had some negative people in any YouTube video. You see this. People will criticize. They don't like to see others do well. But if we, another tenet of Acroyoga, try and empower each other, push each other up, lift each other, and this is how we create great community. And the idea is to have this be international, right? It's not just a little pocket, a tribe. We want to keep growing that tribe and create peace around the world. So let's do that. Do not kill, right? That's true. And we're doing our best to keep everyone safe. I'm not reading the comments or chats right now because that always throws me on another loop. I'm just going off what I feel and what I think is important. So these are my values I'm sharing with you, and a little bit of the news around. Oh my gosh, my crypto just dropped even more. I got it going right here. It's bad news. 395. Everything's down. Look at all that red. It's really bad. I don't know about crypto, guys, but I think that's all I have today. Did I hit the main points, Andrea? I got the title, right? Is there anything I'm forgetting there? EU. That's about Ceuta. And personally, we're trying to get to the EU. We're going to be traveling to Slovenia very soon. Goes back to the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. I got that in hopes of safer passage, easier passage to, oh no, I lost my glasses. Of going to the EU. We're looking at different flights right now, going through Germany. Italy is opening to tourists, vaccinated tourists from the US. I believe Spain will be following suit, and maybe Portugal as well. But Germany is kind of up in the air. We're going to see... Spain is opening 7th of June. Andrea's birthday is June 11th, and we're hoping to get to Slovenia in order to celebrate Andrea's birthday. We went to the doctor the other day here. Baby's doing well. We took the heartbeat. Still looking like a girl, is what he said. And we're just spending time with family. I hope you enjoyed the videos with my mom. Trip to McDonald's. Oh my gosh, cryptocurrency dropped another $6. We're going broke here. Our videos aren't doing so well. We're losing subscribers on every video, but we're still growing a little bit slowly. So it's good to see you guys all sticking with us. Really appreciate it. I know it's not the same material that we had in Morocco, of course. The souks here are not open, the farmer's market, until June, so we're waiting on that. And we're doing our best here to keep you all entertained, to keep up the good vibes, and keep you updated on what's going on with our story. So we're hoping to travel to the EU in the next couple weeks. I'm going to miss America. I'm going to miss my family, but it's been really nice to travel back here and connect with my roots and family. So Yes, inshallah, 1 million subscribers, says Simo. A big alaikum salam to Abdullah Head. Oh, you guys are going to love today's video. We went to Shokran restaurant in Chicago. So you're going to see my mom and us experiencing the Moroccan food in Chicago. So that's really exciting. I loved it. Spoiler alert, it was really good to taste the Moroccan food. I'm not going to tell you what food we had exactly. You're going to need to tune into that video, but it's really, really great experience. And it was awesome to meet the waiter and manager there. He was a scholar from Meknes. He's got family all over Morocco. He's well traveled there. And he actually gives lectures on Moroccan history here in America. It was great to meet him, catch up with his first Moroccan I've met in a couple weeks here in America. So great. And that's going to wrap it up. 16 minutes of Mor Acro world news today. I'm feeling okay after the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Those side effects ran off pretty quick. In the newspaper today, they're talking about booster shots already. I'm like, I don't want to get another injection. Every time I see it on the news, it's so gross. They're pumping a bunch of liquid in there. I don't like to see it. But yes, that's it. I promised you we're going to end. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on the Mor Acro channel. See you. Tune in to the Moroccan restaurant video later today. Bislama and Chofo and Laha.